Hello, Reckoning7, and welcome back to Strategic Command World War One, where we are continuing our Central Powers playthrough as Central Powers on veteran difficulty. So we are now in March 1915, so we got through pretty much a year in my last stream, my last 4 episodes on YouTube. And now we're going to look at what we can do over the course of this war. So there's a couple of things I want to look at. First, I'm going to do a quick kind of state of the war. So in the west, we've got quite a good line through Belgium. We've got most of Belgium captured. We failed to take Ypres, which is the last kind of holdout of the Belgian government. And we were kind of hoping we might get to Lille. That's not been the case. In fact, we're now kind of not even surrounding Lille. We've had a lot of fights over this this tile here. Actually, I think there's a mine in it. No, the mine's somewhere else. But anyway, a lot of fighting over that. But it's pretty static in the west, which we're okay with. Not the end of the world. Meanwhile, if we jump over to Eastern Front, we've held Eastern Prussia. In fact, we've even pushed out ever so slightly. Really, we're just trying to kill as many Russians as we can over here. And we've started to make a push into Poland. I would quite like to try and take a good chunk of Poland, take out Warsaw, Ivangorod, and whatever this tile is, which I can't remember. The fortress of Novo Georgiewisk. But we're going to need some better artillery to crack that. In Galicia, it's been less good, I suppose I should say. So actually the Russians have made some inroads, not really worth talking about here, but they have pushed in in the Far East Galicia and are still threatening us here. So that still needs to stabilise, still a pain in the butt. Let's see what we can get done there. Meanwhile, in Serbia, we got kind of a big breakthrough just towards the end of the last stream. So now go Bulgaria, we've got this second city here, and we're kind of making a push on the capital. And if we can take Niš and Pristina, then I think they will then fall at that stage. But either way, the plan is going to be kind of... They're running out of cores as well, actually. They've only got 3 cores there and 2 detachments. So we're in a good space to try and knock out essentially Serbia, Montenegro, and Albania. And they're just going to have to give up on Sarajevo. That's a death trap. And finally, the Ottomans joined the war last time. So we've got to decide what we want to do with these guys. So we've got a couple of cores kind of in the European side of Turkey. And then we've got obviously some forces in Caucasus. But Caucasus are really hard to push into. I don't know how much we work done, partly because supply is god-awful around here. So we'll have to see what we can do there. And it might be we just do some holding objectives in the Caucasus and not a lot else. Meanwhile, we've got some troops down here to try and throw back the British Indian detachment who's invaded at Basra, and we are going to try and get our troops over to get a push across the Suez if we can make it. Good. Right, so things I want to talk about. Two things? 3 things really. First off, HQs. So I want to have a look at your mode. You are in auto. Okay. So why then are you controlling this chap? So he is a rating 5, rating 7, rating 6, rating 7. So we probably want our rating 7 guy to have more of the forces than our rating 5 guy, to be perfectly honest. And you've got some of yours that are out with your command range. We set so HQs you can have 3 modes: auto, AI delivering, auto assist, where you can manually select the units they control, and then manual, which is a bit of a, well, you have to do it, and if units go out with command, it's just auto bad. It's just bad. So if we did this, we could detach some of these guys. Let's do that. Let's see if we can't give. Cannot reach him. Nah, I've got to do this, right. Try and organize these a little bit better. So put these guys into auto assist. Means that I can tweak it. But if the guys go to the wrong place with the command radius, then they will change it. Can I now not add you? Oh, I need to detach. Yes, set mode. Auto assist. Why can I not detach these guys? Ah, potentially because they have done an action. They have no AP left. Okay. Yeah, no AP, no AP. Okay, we might have to be next turn that we actually make those tweaks. Okay, good to know. We could probably start in summit. So this guy, he's a 7, he's a 6, so he's slightly better. Let's give him the southern units. That makes sense. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's his command. We can actually have more than that. 6. Can you? 6, okay. We really want our higher rating guys to have as most, so they're both 5, and you're actually a 6, so you should take more if you can. You can take all of them, can you? Excellent. You won't take him this turn because he's out. He's duffed, so if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so if you can take me this 6 up here. Ah, not you. You're the one I'm trying to fill up. You've got him. You can, okay, that's your limit. Forces, I'm kind of okay in not being attached to anyone for a while right now because I don't use them as much. And take him. Probably going to want to move you slightly further north, to be honest. Again, that's the end of you. I think that's you out of command range. So I will. I'm going to move you. No? Why can I not move you? There we go. Move you into Luxembourg, which should hopefully maybe expand your command range a little bit. Look like it. Okay. The next turn we're going to sort out these guys so my higher rating commander has more. Good. So why am I doing all this? Well, 2 reasons. Well, 1 reason actually. So HQs have 2 benefits. 1, they boost supply. Secondly, they make your troops fight better. Higher the rating, the better they fight. So I want my higher rating guys to control as much as possible. And you're going to be a little bit of a spare wheel. Your control. Didn't mean to do that, but that's not a problem. Right, well, we'll have another look at the start of next turn when there's a few more people with AP. Don't want to be doing those odds. What about healing? Oh, we did some attacks this turn, so we can't heal. We've got a nice bit of points, which is good because I really want to look at research as well. So I vaguely remember that we finished at the end of our turn. Can heal you, and I shall. And Austria is essentially spent. You guys attacked? You have. You've used your strikes. Okay, that's why that guy's surviving on 1 AP. Fine, fair. You're rating 4, rating 3. You guys are absolutely terrible. No wonder it's hard to break through. Which is fine, but they're very expensive. We go to purchase and look for HQ for also going to. Actually, these guys are still only ratings 5s and 4s and 3s. Yeah, pretty bad. Obviously, you can get much better ones for Germany. Then they're expensive, but they certainly can be worth it. Okay, so with our monies, we could buy ourselves some cheap infantry back, which is tempting. Cavalry, less tempting. That's super tempting, more artillery. But what we really need first, it's a balancing act because you need them both, is this to be up a level and that to be up a level. And that would make our things fight a lot harder. So research. The way it works, just to reiterate, each chit you put in here will generate, essentially it'll generate 9% progress per turn, on average. Doesn't work directly like that. You get, every turn you get somewhere between 3 and 8, so 5% plus or minus. As a base, and then you get a chance of a breakthrough, which is, so it ends up being, it's a 5% chance of a breakthrough, and a breakthrough gives you 15 to 25% immediate boost. When you crunch all the numbers down, that equates to, on average, 9% per turn, per chit. These things are chits. Why can I not put more into here? Some of them are limited. So what do I want to do? I could do another one in industrial tech, so that's just more money, more later. I definitely want to get this started. I probably want a second one in trench warfare. I've got 150 points left. I really want to put the second one in here. I also want to do that. Get more points later on. I'm going to do it. So I have thus far been essentially spending everything I've got on reinforcements, and then anything left over putting into research. I think I might have to try and, especially like, there's some basic ones I really need to pick up, which I think is going to be worthwhile, even if some guys don't get reinforced. Auto bros, so you've got artillery. You do need one in gas shell production, and you do want one. You've got 2 in trench already, which is great. Your air stuff is less important. Navy don't care about fighters, maybe tanks. Bit early for that. And no, let's just get infantry warfare ticking. Okay. And I'll do. And also each country also has a maximum research you can have invested at any one time. Obviously, as you complete things, that'll tick down. Also, maybe want to start doing some diplomacy stuff with Bulgaria. Again, that's going to take a few hundred across the board investment. But might not be the end of the world, especially as we push in against Serbia, and they're at 60% already. Oh, that's tempting. Alright, I'm going to do it. Really, for this to be worthwhile, you need to have a fair few chits in here. So, let's talk about it since we're here. Same way as research, each of these chits just gives you a percentage chance of progress. And this one's again a bit more convoluted, so for each chit you put in, so each time you click the button, you get a 5% chance of success. It tells you here. Success can have 2 outcomes, so 2/3 of the time you're just going to get a moderate success of between 4 and 8%, and then 1/3 of the time you get a big swing of between 12 and 24%. Again, if you break down all the math, essentially you're getting 2% per turn on a chit. Now, lots of randomness round about that, but that's how you want to think it. So if we do nothing else with Austria, we cannot expect Bulgaria to join for 40 turns. It's a long time. So we're going to want to put probably at least another 3 to 4 in there. Probably 4, and then that'll bring it down to about 10 turns roughly. Obviously, things will happen, and if we can make more gains against Serbia, they'll come in that bit sooner. But I think that's going to be worth it. So we'll try and maybe put 2 chits in next turn, a German one and an Ottoman one, and maybe one more Austria if we can stomach it. Okay, you guys probably need reinforcements and things anyway, but what we'll just do is we'll dig some trenches for a start. We'll see how it goes. I think we're probably going to be just on the defensive there. Okay, just checked everyone's moved. That's fine. Interesting. I'm curious to see what forces they have down here, and if we are going to be able to push or not, because it is tricky. Your rank's pretty terrible as well. Good. Other thing I want to look at this turn, or this stream, is whether we try and do some sneaky stuff with our German fleet. Try and catch some people off. Oh, one thing I'll talk about next time, but I should have been setting these guys to silent running to get through this blockade, so we might lose some subs here, which is going to be all my fault. It looks like they might be set on that anyway, with their blue little lights. But anyway, we can look at that later. Good, that's a lot of talking and not much action. So let's hit the button. We'll see what the AI's got in store for us. And yeah, our really key objectives, yay, celebrating Ottoman's entrance, is going to be to try and knock Serbia out and get Bulgaria in. Great entrance to war. We have naval units in place that could more effectively sink merchant shipping, bringing size to the UK if we were to stop following the cruiser rules restricting commerce raiding. Instead, we could authorise our naval commanders to launch a campaign of unrestricted naval warfare against shipping off the coast of the UK. Such a move will certainly upset US public opinion, as neutral ships will inevitably be sunk. But if we use enough vessels, then results could be quite spectacular. I'm going to say yes to this. So it does move the US closer to war, but that's going to happen anyway. To increase our strength in the Med, we could send a U-boat section via barge and rail to Pola in Adriatic, from where it can use Austro-Hungarian bases to strike enemy shipping. Sending a U-boat section to Pola will cost us 50 MPPs and deploy there in June. Or we could deploy it in the Baltic in April. I don't think that's worth the money. I'm happy to break out into the North Sea from the Baltic. Grand Vizier Sid Halim Pasha. The Locust Plague has drastically reduced food production in and around Jerusalem. If we don't act when widespread hunger, our empire's status will suffer. Providing emergency food supplies to enable population through the winter will cost us 30 MPPs. Otherwise, we will cost us 1,000 points. That's fine. 30 MPPs is perfectly affordable. Another one. An outbreak of typhus is affecting combat effectiveness of troops in the east. Local medical facilities cannot cope with the numbers requiring treatment. If we do not act when an epidemic is likely to severely decimate our units. Providing extra medical aid will cost us 50 MPPs at 25 a turn. It won't prevent all cases, but it will be able to limit the extent which the epidemic spreads. Right, we're definitely going to say yes. Otherwise, we're going to burn more in losses. These are already getting rather expensive. Oh yeah, Italy's going to join soon. That's a thing. Oh, deserters, that's no good. Okay. 400, that's good. That's a healthy amount of points there. Not so much for Austria-Hungary. And my Ottomans are going to be pretty poor, spending all their points already. Definitely need to find ourselves some wins. Yeah, I think we'll see what they mobilize in Egypt. Okay, we dive, that's good. Oh, hello. That's not great, but we might... they might be able to get all the way home, actually. Okay, some movement there. Looks, can't tell if they reinforced that most northerly core or not. We'll happily destroy it. In fact, I'd quite like if reinforced it because it's going to be a waste of points. Well, they found us. But we managed to escape it. Like I say, it takes really until probably late 15 when Britain starts developing anti-submarine warfare. It's hard to hunt subs. You can scare them away, but it's really hard to kill them. Which is really annoying as an Entente player, but quite fun as a Central Powers player. Recon on the go. Some artillery shells. At this stage we're just doing morale damage more than anything else. Oh, an attack there on our Kingdom line. Wow, that was a strong attack from British ones there. I think they're going to kill this Experience Corps, and they are. That's painful. They've pushed us back. Okay. That was a good exchange for us there, as was that. That was a little more in their favour. Yeah, and there come the core. Okay. Gonna be hard to dislodge. Lost that garrison detachment. It's one reason we want to knock Serbia out as quickly as we can, so we can split that army up to go to the Italian front and then to the Russian front. hopefully can knock them out. A very aggressive push by the British AI there. I may get to a point where I'm actually pull back slightly and invite the attack. If there's not that many cores and detachments, and if I can take out one or two of them, then Egypt is going to be a lot more open. It's not good. They're not in the war yet though. Ponchovia defeated the Battle of Sela in Mexico. Okay, that wasn't terrible. I took some beating in the Western Front for sure. And we lost Danzig. One corps. And Chernovitz. New destroyer. Which we will just pop there. And a new fighter. Probably going to go Western Front, to be honest. Okay. Let's start Western Front. So this is where we lost the corps. I think we can probably strike back against the British Marines. Not that that's a fair trade by any stretch of imagination. But it's a trade we're going to make. 5-1, it's a 4-1, that's good. We don't get the 1, because why would we ever get the odds that we say we're going to get? It looks like we're going to have to leave that space unoccupied, which is not great, because it means we have actually been pushed back. Well, this guy was beaten up pretty badly, so I think I'm just going to swing him out for a fresh one. None of these are particularly attractive. We could try and push this. And we might do that next turn. Oh, I tell you what, I was supposed to do my HQ nonsense, wasn't I? Can't reach that guy. You can have him. Oh no, here we go. Oh. Nah, okay. My limit. I'll remember next. I will remember next time. Promise. 2-3, 2-2. It certainly could hurt him, but we can't do much more than that. It's a thin line to be sure. I'm slightly worried about this artillery getting cut off, but we'll hold this place. We'll hold this position for now. Oh, we actually could. Shuffle in. I'm not. You need to recon this. Thank you, because I do not want a surprise contact attack. What we'll do is we will shuffle up. And we'll move you into Brussels. Good. And I'm going to take this attack just to weaken the unit that's here. But I'm going to do it again. It's just so they can't attack this with 3 strong units. Excellent. Well, not excellent, but okay. That was okay. Eastern Front. I think we might be in a position to get some work done here. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good target to start things on, so let's do that. 3-0, I like that. 4-2 is okay. And we'll get the kill with this unit here. We'll take any. Ah, took 2 on an experienced unit. That's not ideal. It's just 2-2. And these Austrians are terrible. Do want you to be full strength. I was at 75. Yeah, I'll spend. Have a little bit of recon back here, please. See what's going on. Just lots of Germans. I mean, evens odds isn't 3 to 2. That's a good one to start, actually. Okay, let's go for it. See if we can't get another core done. Still got 5 strength left. It's probably going to be a bit much. Okay, but that was a good trade of strength, if nothing else. Can I heal these guys up? I will do. Keep them healthy. Okay. Meanwhile, we've got to deal with what's going on down here. You entrench, you're probably going to take pretty bad losses against that cavalry, infantry corps. Unfortunately. And this guy probably needs to head down south to stop pushing along this axis. We might be able to get a job done here. We swing this guy left. We did not. We did not. But can't do that. I don't think he can run away. Can probably get strength build a little bit, but I don't think he's running anywhere, so that's not the end of the world. I'm in here. Really do need to start hitting these guys a little bit more. Right, we'll attack on this unit. Yeah, 4 to 3. Not ideal, but it's okay. Swap these guys over. 1 to 0. I'll take that. That's quite nice. I'm just trying to weaken them down here so they don't feel like they've got the strength to make an attack. That was even Stevens. Alright, are you entrenched? You're not. That was a mistake. Entrenched you. Shut in there. Okay. Not ideal. But things are much more promising down here. Start with this one. Get our 3 to, well, it's actually 3 to 2, and we'll attract with 7 just so he can stay where he is. A nice killing of a core. I can push you. Push you right down. Are you going to get cut off? I don't think so. Oh. There is more troops down here. I think maybe we take out Pristina next. And that's going to be the plan. I wonder if I just want to have a quick look. Okay, there's still stuff there. Fine. A little bit risky, but I'm going to bring these guys down so they're in a position to attack Pristina next turn. I mean, theoretically, he could try and push up this road. I don't know what it would buy him, to be perfectly honest. He could try. I'll push you down into there. Okay. One more core dead. We'll try and take out this attachment and take Pristina next turn. And then we can push towards Nish. And these guys I'm just going to kind of ignore, to be honest. I don't really need to kill them. If they want to sit there, that is absolutely fine. Okay, Ottomans. You need to very much pull back. Move you up and entrench you here. Pop you forward and entrench. Yeah, we are not pushing in, I do not believe. Bring you over there. Don't wanna, oh, you're not going anywhere, so it's fine. I'm just trying to hold the ground with the guys we've got here. Cavalry, oh, a million miles. Bring you. Bring you south to try and support our clear out of Iraq. See where they are and what they're up to. Okay. Meanwhile, Egypt. This you should probably have pulled out actually. Yeah, you might get killed. But you're more than likely to get killed. It's not necessarily the end of the world, to be honest. As long as we can do it at a reasonable cost to the British, fine. I'll entrench rather than reinforce. We can get them to push out another tile and then see if we can't kill a couple and then counter push. It's a general plan I'm going for at the minute anyway. We need you to come down and sit on Aqaba. So that's what they're going to go for at some point. Okay, Ottoman Navy, let's go have a poke around the Black Sea. See if we can't find Russian. Might just be sitting in port, to be perfectly honest. Might not be anywhere over here. I've only got one more port. Maybe they've pulled the ships out, because that's possible. So be it. Okay, meanwhile, Italian border. We've got one good German corps entrenched. We've got another one on the way. Probably want to... yeah, bring around this way. And we've got a couple of detachments holding the line. Probably do some more. That's what we've got. Right, 277. I'm going to spend a little bit on some reinforcements because we take a bit of a battering, so we need to... our reserves are in a good place. Now we do have naval shenanigans to think about. So let's start with the U-boats. You are on. Go silent running. Just break out over this way. Good. You are on silent, excellent. You should be on hunt. And we have one more up here who's not hunting. You, my boy, should be hunting. Okay, this is good. And these guys are both hunting. Come down, say here. Be cheeky, try to run a little bit closer to the land. And they're both hunting. Good. Now, do we want to try and push out? It does feel like folly, to be perfectly honest. A brief nosy. Okay. No one in our vicinity. Oh, we did want to try and see if we can't find that Russian. You've probably made it back to port. Yeah. That was painful. That was maybe a mistake. Checking the other ports. Ah, there you are. What are you? A dreadnought. What have we got over here? I don't know if we got anything that can reach. I'm not sure my light cruiser is really going to do much against a dreadnought. And this guy needs to get to port. Sinking a Russian dreadnought would be pretty good. What I'm actually going to do with you, put you up here as a tripwire. He tries to break out and get round us. Could be a swap here, which I don't really want to do, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Do a little bit of reinforcements here for the Austro-Hungarians. Oh, and for the Germans, that's fine. Don't want to speak? Yeah, we'll speak. Okay. Reinforcing is pretty important. Don't want to do my ships though. Research not going to be much for the Germans this turn. That's okay. Austro-Hungary, 269. What are you not doing? You've got 2 into there, that's good. 1, 1, 1. No gas shell, which we need, and no infantry. Let's do 1 in each. This is nice, and then we're going to put 2 chits into diplomacy for Bulgaria. 1 from Austro-Hungary, and 1 from Germany. Okay, which is decent. The other question we're going to have to ask ourselves is, at any point do we feel like going after Romania? Might be worth it. Especially if we get Bulgaria on our side, because we can use some Ottoman troops. We'll hopefully have, you know, once we've knocked out Serbia, we could swing a few units and just try and knock these guys out ASAP. Would definitely be of value, but would delay the stabilization of Galicia. It's a thought. It's a thought. Let's have a quick look at our reports, national morale, etc. So in terms of losses, we've now lost 9 corps to the Ententes at 1927-32. So that's pretty good. Pretty good return on investment there. Ships is iffy. I don't think I've done particularly good in the naval warfare. But I suppose what's probably concerned, you'll find Britain is still quite happily gaining strength, as is France. And they're going to be real threats, because what they're not doing, and look at them investing good chunks into tech, which is going to come bite us later in the game if we can't keep on top of it. Meanwhile, Serbia is drowning, which is beautiful to see. Russia is also drowning, which is beautiful to see. Germany is about keeping even. Austro-Hungary, that does not look good for Austro-Hungary, to be honest. And Ottomans are fine. France is taking a wibble. Britain's not so great. Serbia is terrible. Russia's going down. That's what I'm going to focus on. Germany is... yeah, he's doing okay. Austro-Hungary is a bit squiffy, but really a race between Russia and Austro-Hungary. It's a race we're winning at the minute, which is a good start. Man, that was a big dip from that Basra. Anyway, enough chat. Hit the enter button. So we get some free morale boosts for Germany, which is good. Please don't enter the war this turn, Italy. I'm not ready yet. Ooh, raiding the Norwegian line. Interesting. Okay, good boost for Germany there in gas shell production. Right. So where do we think it's going to hurt this turn? Well, to be honest, the Western Front seems continually to hurt, which is not good. And then I think we're going to lose that garrison in... Yeah, Egypt. Oh, hello Russia, you turned up. I wondered where you were. I'm going to try and sink you guys. It's a real key we're trying to rush here is just make them bleed enough. They can't mount concentrated attacks. But that hurts us because, you know, saps our strength as well. We reinforce that guy, which is probably good because I think we might be able to finish him off this time. And that's just 5 points of strength they've wasted. I'd be interested to see if they move out of niche at all. We're slightly exposed up this road. But obviously doing that is going to leave them very exposed. This is obviously again that kink in our line we'd love to attack. Three to 1. Man, the Ottomans suck. I think we'll survive this turn, okay? Oh, maybe not. Good. Right for nothing there. Quite a lot of Brits here actually, more than I expected. And they have indeed pulled back. Ah, and they did kill that core, that's not good. I wonder if they'll move anyone in. I think we'll have to spend some points buying some cores back. Need to bolster that numbers on the Western Front. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for this episode. So coming under some significant pressure in the Western Front, which we're going to have to respond to in the next few turns. And also an alarming number of troops facing the Ottomans in both Egypt and the Caucasus. So certainly got our work cut out for us there. I think a few steps forward in both the Eastern Front and in Serbia. Although still not really close to hitting that knockout blow to take Serbia out of the war once and for all. As ever, this was taken from a Twitch livestream. If you're interested in coming out and hanging out live, then there's a link in the description below. Otherwise, I do hope you have enjoyed this episode, and I'll catch you all in the next one.